Hi, I want to give you a bit of an overview of self-compassion. So this is a concept that I found on the internet from Dr. Kristin Neff. She seems to be the guru, even though she sort of mentions other people as well as being helpful in learning about self-compassion. I think she's the guru. So if you watch the material that's on YouTube or on self-compassion.org from Dr. Kristin Neff, that's on that intro slide, you can get the information directly from the expert. But I want to give you a quick overview of what I've learnt about it and how it's helped me. So I do suffer from anxiety quite a lot and have had heart pain from it, so chest pain, and years ago I used to take Valium as prescribed by my GP. And Valium would work in relaxing the heart muscle and removing the pain, but Valium is addictive and it's a medication and takes about 20 minutes to work and it only lasts for 4 to 6 hours. So it's not the best thing to do, perhaps. But I discovered this thing called self-compassion from Dr. Kristin Neff. And the idea is that you're treating yourself like you would treat a good friend. So if a good friend is in distress, really anxious about something, you might put your hand on their shoulder and say, look, it's okay, that's what it's like to be human. The feelings that you're having are quite normal and quite reasonable in the situation, and that's what it's like to be human, and it's okay. So when you do it to yourself, you actually, this is what I do, and I did get this from Dr. Kristin Neff. You put your hand on your heart. I wait until I feel the warmth of that hand, and once I feel that warmth, I focus on that warmth and tell myself those things that it's okay, you'll get through this. This is what it's like to be human. And I find that works in maybe 10 to 20 seconds, and it lasts the whole day, and it doesn't need a prescription. So a hand on the heart, wait till you feel that warmth, then just tell yourself, this is what it's like to be human. It's okay, you will get through this. That's all there is to it. That's what I found, and it's fantastic for me. It is related to a couple of other concepts, like you can feel, in my case I could feel the pain in my heart, so that was an obvious clue to me that there was something that I needed to do, so have a quick self-compassion break. For other people it might be more in the mind, like you perhaps pick up that you're really thinking some negative thoughts, and perhaps that's making you feel really uncomfortable, perhaps a knot in your stomach or something like that. So it might be more what's going on in your thinking. And the same thing works. Like, it's okay, what you're thinking, your responses, it's quite okay. It's what it's like to be human. Hopefully you can then reframe what you're thinking about. So it is related to another concept called mindfulness, which is quite a buzzword at the moment, and I think that's fantastic because mindfulness is awesome, and it's not something that I could or anybody could describe in 5 minutes. It takes a lot of lot of learning and a lot of practice over a long period of time. But the sort of the concept is that you catch yourself thinking certain thoughts, perhaps negative thoughts, negative self-talk, and when you catch yourself doing that, you can accept that you're thinking those things. It's not necessarily true, that it's your thinking that is causing perhaps the negative cycle of thinking that's happening. And that's related to the unhelpful thinking patterns. So I'll put up a couple of slides at the end of this that has information on unhelpful thinking patterns, and I'll put some links at the end to take you to some information on mindfulness and also the unhelpful thinking patterns, because they are really helpful if you're, unhelpful thinking patterns really helpful. Well, the concept is really helpful if you're having issues with your thinking. And when I've looked at the list of unhelpful thinking patterns, I could tick almost every one of them that I've done in the past. But these days with mindfulness, I can normally catch myself thinking these things and then interrupt that thought pattern and change it to something that's perhaps a little bit more realistic and not so negative towards myself. So I hope that's useful, and that if you want more information, go and explore this concept of self-compassion. It's really, really good. And even just listening to Dr. Kristin Neff, her voice is so calming. Give it a go, and I hope it works for you, perhaps like it's worked for me. And maybe share your comments below, but I hope this has been helpful.